Hello, hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Peng Ha GPT. It's great to meet you again. I'm very glad to start the day with you. Listen carefully. I am getting better. I think I'm getting better. I caught a cold last week, but I'm getting. I think I'm getting better. I played football yesterday. I hesitated to join the football game or not, but I joined our company's football club yesterday, and I made a goal yesterday. Uh, I was I was so glad to make a goal.
Wow, sounds like you had an exciting day yesterday. Scoring a goal must have felt amazing, especially after debating whether to join the game or not. How are you feeling about playing with the company football club now?
GPT, listen carefully. I have something to tell you. Uh, I think there is a specific rule of game. I mean, I I think I can get a chance more than one. To understand? Even if uh th- even if the game was bad, I think I can get one more. I can get one chance. I think I can get more than one chance to make a fantastic goal. Do, do you understand what I'm trying to say? I think it's like our life. Maybe I think I can get the good chance if I can speak English. Do you understand?
I get what you're saying. You're comparing life or opportunities to a game where even if things don't go perfectly, you can still have another chance to succeed. And for you, improving your English feels like unlocking more chances, right?
Right, right. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I have to say. Uh, GPT, listen carefully. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. My own language learning journey. Listen carefully. First, I want to make it clear that I'm just a student, not a teacher. This YouTube channel is not about teaching English to someone else. It's simply to show my own English speaking practice journey. The purpose of this channel is to demonstrate that even older learners, even elderly learners like myself, who don't use English in daily lives, still can speak English. Do I make my speech clear?
Crystal clear. You're saying that your YouTube channel isn't about teaching, but rather documenting your own journey to inspire others, especially older learners.
Ah,
You want to show that anyone, regardless of age or daily exposure to English, can improve. It's a powerful message.
okay. I think more I practice like this, the more however, listen carefully, I think more I practice like this, the more I realize no matter how hard I practice speaking for several days or hours, or months, my speaking skills don't improve significantly. Speaking practice is very important. Like I said, as I told you before, speaking practice is really, really important. But I think what really matters is whether my environment, whether my work condition or life condition allows me to use English in daily life to to improve significantly in English speaking skills. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, I agree. Speaking practice is important, but consistent, real life use of English makes a huge difference. Without an environment that encourages daily English use, it's harder to see significant improvement. Immersion plays a key role in building fluency. Do you have ways to incorporate English into your daily life, even just a little?
Uh, I'm sorry about that. I said, unfortunately, I don't have time to speak English in my daily life or in work condition. You know, I just have just one or once or twice in a year to speak English with overseas client or customers. I think it's very few chance. I think that's a very few chance to improve my speaking skills. So, I told you before, I think I need to focus on my speaking time and my keywords to improve my speaking skills. By the way, anyway, so someday I believe someday maybe I can be a fluent English speaker, and I think fluency, in my opinion, fluency means not only the English communication skills, but also mm, understanding, understanding and open mind, having open mind to each other.
That makes sense. Even with limited opportunities, focusing on your speaking time and key vocabulary is a smart approach. And you're right, fluency isn't just about speaking smoothly, but also understanding and connecting with others. With consistent effort, even in small doses, you're bound to get there someday. What kind of keywords or topics do you want to focus on?
Listen carefully. Now, let's get started. From now on, I would like to say you do something. This speaking practice session, as I told you before, this speaking practice session consists of three parts. Let me take a minute.
Sorry,
Let me
I'm
take a
having
minute.
issues right now.
Let me
Could
take
not
a second.
understand what you said.
Let me take a second. Let me take a second. Okay, okay. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. Uh, just a moment ago, my party member wants me to approve his computer usage. Do you understand? This is very early morning, so he needs my approval to use his computer. Do you understand?
Ah, your teammate needed your approval to use their computer early in the morning. That sounds like a quick but important task. Did you get it sorted out?
Uh, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Let me explain. You mentioned that your teammate needed your approval to use their computer. So I'm asking if you gave them the approval or handled the situation already. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, yes. Certainly. I already handled his request. Do you understand? I approve his request on my cell phone, using my cell phone.
Got it. You approved his request using your cell phone. Quick and efficient. Well done.
Okay, okay, okay. Listen carefully. As I told you before, this speaking practice session consists of five parts. I think we already exchanged our greetings, and let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. I'd like to I'd like to dive into my dialogue session. You know, did you get a chance to access? Did you get a chance to access? Did you get a chance to access the pile of number four, workplace compensation examples for manufacturing? We didn't finish. We couldn't finish. We couldn't finish this section yesterday because time is limited. Time was limited for our for this text file. So I want to get back. Uh, I want to get back in this file. I mean, I want to start in the middle of this text file. Can you check the, uh, can you check the detailed explanation for SPI process? I'd like to start with the shape explanation. Do you understand?
Sure. Let's pick up from the explanation of the SBI process in the manufacturing document. Here's where it talks about shape. Shape refers to checking if the solder paste on the PCB has.
No. It's my speaking time. It's my repetition time. You just listen carefully.
Got it. Checking if the shape of the solder paste is correct. Incorrect shapes can lead to problems during reflow soldering.
No. I think that I think that's my part. It's my turn. Listen carefully. Shape. Checking if shape of the solder. Checking if the shape of the solder paste is correct. Incorrect shape can lead to problems during reflow soldering. And alignment. uh, Verifying that the solder paste is aligned properly with the pads on the PCB. And and then height. Ensuring that the thickness or height of the solder paste is within the required specification. Basically, by identifying defects at this early stage, the SPI process helps to reduce the risk of soldering issues that can occur later in the SMT process, such as component misalignment or solder joint defects. This ultimately improves the overall yield and reliability of the electronic assembly. Do you understand?
Perfect. You nailed it. Your explanation flows well and covers all the key points clearly. Just a small note, instead of STEM, it should be SMT, surface mount technology. Other than that, great job.
Okay. Let's keep going. I think that's not a big issue. Let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. Number two, detailed explanation number two. Here are explanation of the SMT mount process in English. Listen carefully. The SMT mount process, also known as pick and place process, is one of the key steps in surface mount technology. Surface mount technology manufacturing. This process involves placing electronic components onto a printed circuit board that has already been coated with solder paste. Here is how the process works. Component feeder setup. Number one, component feeder setup. Components such as resistors, capacitors, ICs, and transistors are typically stored in reels or trays in the machine feeder. These feeders supply the components in an organized and automated manner to the pick and place machine. Number two, component pickup. The pick and place machine is equipped with high-speed robotic arms and nozzles that pick up the components from the feeders, and and then the machine's vision system identifies the exact location and orientation of each component for accurate placement. Number three, component placement. The machine places each component preciously onto the PCB where the solder paste has already been applied. This requires high precision to ensure that each component aligns correctly with the pads on the PCB. The solder paste helps temporarily hold the components in place the, before they go through the reflow soldering process. Number four, inspection and adjustment. input inspection and adjustment. Some pick-and-place machines are equipped with vision systems that verify the place, placement of accuracy during the process. This ensures that components are positioned correctly in terms of alignment and orientation. If a component is misplaced, the machine may adjust it or notify operators to correct it. Listen carefully. The SMT mount process is typically automated and operate, operates at very high speed, operates at very high speed, handling hundreds of thousands of components per hour. Depending on the machine's capability and the complexity of the PCB, accurate placement is critical to ensure proper electrical connection and performance of the final product. This process is fun, this process is fundamental. This process is a fundamental part of SMT assembly, ensuring that all components are in place before the ripple soldering process. If you'd like to more details on specific aspects, feel free to ask. Do you understand?
Great work. Your explanation was thorough and well structured. Just a couple of small corrections. Instead of SCMT, it should be SMT, surface mount technology. Also, in high pressure, it's better to say high precision. Other than that, everything sounded clear and professional.
Okay, okay. I think that's minor issue. I think that's minor issue. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. Number three, detail explanation. Number three, sharp three, detail explanation. There is an explanation of the ripple soldering process in SMT in English. Listen carefully. I'd like to share with I'd like to share with you this ripple soldering process in detailed manner. Listen carefully. Ripple soldering is one of the most critical processes in surface mount technology production. After the components are placed onto the PCB with the solder paste applied during the pick and place process, the assembled board goes through the ripple soldering process to permanently attach the components to the board. The reflow process take place. I say one more time. Apologies for my bad pronunciation. I say one more time. The reflow processes reflow process takes place in a specialized oven that uses controlled heat to melt the solder paste and form solid reliable solder joints. This process typically involves several stages. Number one, preheating. The temperature inside the oven is gradually increased to avoid thermal shock. During this page, I say again, during this page, the entire PCB is brought to a uniform temperature. I say one time. The PCB is brought to uniform temperature. This helps in activating the flux within the solder paste, which cleans the metal surfaces to ensure good soldering. Number two, soak. In this page, the temperature is held at a high level that allows the flux to fully activate and ensure that only volatiles in the solder paste evaporate. This helps stabilize the board temperature before entering the reflow phase. Number three, reflow. This is the main phase where the temperature is increased above the melting point of the solder. The solder paste melts, cre creating solder paste melts, creating strong electrical and mechanical connection between the components and the PCB. Cure must be taken to avoid overheating. which can be damaging, I say again, which can damage components or cause solder defects. Number four, cooling. After the reflow phase, the PCB is cooled down gradually to solidify the solder joint. Controlled cooling helps prevent the thermal shock and ensures the solder solidifies correctly without creating defects like cracks or voids. The entire reflow process is closely monitored and controlled to ensure uniform heating and proper solder joint formation. It's critical, I say on time, it's crucial in the SMT process because any issues during the flow can lead to solder joint failure, resulting in poor electronical connections or component damage. Do you understand?
Well done. Your explanation of the reflow soldering process was detailed and clear. Just a few minor tweaks. One, it's reflow soldering, not reclosure during. Two, instead of bolted to a uniform temperature, it should be brought to a uniform temperature. Three, shock should be soak for the second stage. Otherwise, you captured the process very effectively.
GPT carefully. I think this kind of detailed explanation is very difficult to remember and keep them in mind to understand. But honestly speaking, I think I need to practice once a week. How about this method? How about this approach? If I want to keep
That's a solid plan. Practicing once a week with these detailed explanations can help reinforce your understanding over time without feeling overwhelming. Repetition at regular intervals will improve both your memory and confidence. Plus, focusing on one section each week allows you to absorb the details more effectively. How do you feel about setting up a specific day for this practice? Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
just ask me one more time what you said a moment ago.
Sure. How do you feel about setting up a specific day each week for this practice?
No. I I don't like pick the specific day to review this text file. But detailed manufacturing process because it depends the overall process of my speaking practice time. I have many text file. I have many text file. I have seven text file to practice with you, and I can I usually couldn't do one text file for each day. So I think I can't decide. I couldn't decide specific day to repeat or study for or study for this detailed version to understand. So I think it depends, and I usually record. I usually record my speaking practice 5 times in a week. So maybe I can go through. Maybe I can study with this text file. Maybe once once 2 weeks to understand. To understand what I'm trying to say.
Ah, I see what you mean. You have a lot of text files to work through, and your schedule doesn't always allow for a fixed day to review each one. Since you already practice speaking 5 times a week, reviewing this detailed text every couple of weeks sounds like a flexible and realistic approach. That way, you can still make progress without feeling overwhelmed. Does that sound like a good balance to you?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. From now on, let's move on to the next part. Uh, can you access the number three text file? Workplace conversation examples for APQP meeting. Number three text file. Uh, I think this dialogue, this, this contains a specific dialogue to use in my reality situation. Don't go too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. It's just a simple conversation. It's just a simulated conversation. It's not the real story of my life. Do you understand?
Got it. Let's take a look at the APQP meeting dialogue from the third text file. This is a simulated conversation, so we'll keep it light and focused on practical use. Where would you like to start? Should we go through the opening, or is there a specific part you want to practice?
Yes. There are many examples. You can see there are many good example dialogues in this text file, and I'd like to take the role of David. And I am David, so I wanna take the role of David, and you take the role of John, customer. Do you understand? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Uh, it's my turn first. Listen carefully. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the APQP meeting today. We are here to discuss the status of our project and ensure that everything is aligned for the next page. Let's start with a quick overview of where we are.
Good morning, David. Let's do that. Could you begin by summarizing the current progress and the timeline for the remaining phases?
No. I think you access another text file. Please keep in mind, we are here. We are in number three text file for workplace conversation examples for APQP meeting. Listen carefully. We are in number three text file. Please keep yourself in original version. Do you understand?
Understood. We're focusing on the correct text file now. Let's stick to the original script. I'm ready to continue as John. Your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn. I go first. You go next. It's your turn.
Good morning, David. Could you begin by summarizing the current progress and the timeline for the remaining phases?
Yes, I see what you are doing now. You are doing great now. Okay, let's keep going momentum going. Certainly, let's carefully. Certainly, we've completed the design verification and the tooling is currently in production. As for the timeline, we are on track for the prototype submission by the end of this month, and we expect to move to PPAP by mid next month.
That sounds good. Have there been any significant challenges during the design or tooling stages?
That's a good question. There were a few issues with material availability. At the same time, there were a few issues with material availability, but we've resolved them. And there's no impact on the timeline. We are also performing some additional validation tests to ensure the product meets all of your specifications.
That's reassuring. For the validation, are there any specific areas you're focusing on?
Yes, yes, we are paying extra attention to the durability testing. We've seen some minor minor variances, but nothing outside the acceptable range. We'll be finalizing those tests within the next week.
Understood. Could you provide us with the results of those tests once they're available?
Of course, of course. I will send the test results as soon as they are ready. Respectively, of course, I will send the test results as soon as they are ready. We'll make sure everything is documented in the control plan as well. We will make sure everything is documented in the control plan as well.
Great. Let's move on to the PPAP submission. Do you anticipate any risks or delays when it comes to the documentation or sample submission?
At this stage, we don't foresee any major issues. Major issues. The documentation is in progress and we are targeting submission by the 15th of next month. If there are any updates, I will inform you immediately. I will inform you immediately. If there are any issues, if there are any updates, if there are any updates, I will inform you immediately.
Perfect. We'll also need to discuss the production trial run. Have you scheduled that yet?
Yes, we've we've planned the trial run for next week. We'll be producing the we'll be producing the first batch of samples and ensuring everything is within spec. After that, we'll proceed with the initial process study.
Sounds like everything is moving along well. I'd just like to confirm one more thing. Are you still on track for the SOP in 3 months?
Yes, certainly. We are on track for SOP in 3 months. We are coordinating. We are coordinating closely with the production team to ensure everything is ready, and we'll keep you updated on the progress.
Good to hear. If there's anything we can assist with, don't hesitate to let us know.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. We appreciate your support. We'll keep everything on track and ensure clear communication.
Great. Let's reconvene next week to review the test results and prepare for the PPAP submission. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. I think you're doing great. Let's move on to the dialogue number two, VDA 6.3 audit. Here are several examples. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. Here are several examples. Here are several example conversations and phrases that might come up during a VDA 6.3 audit process in an automotive camera manufacturing company. These will help you prepare and practice English for such situations. These samples cover various aspects of the VDA 6.3 audit process in an automotive camera manufacturing environment. You can practice these dialogues to prepare for questions or conversations that may arise during an audit.
Sounds good. Let's dive into the VDA 6.3 audit dialogue. Would you like to start, or should I take the first role as the auditor?
Please take the role. Please act like a auditor. Please take the role of auditor. Can you do that for me?
Got it. I'll start as the auditor. Good morning. Today we will be conducting a VDA 6.3 process audit to evaluate your compliance with automotive industry standards. Are you ready to begin?
Yes. Definitely. Good morning. Yes, we are prepared. Please let us know how would you like to proceed. Please let us know how would you like to proceed. Please let me know how would you like to proceed. Please let us know. Please let us know. Please let us know how would you like to proceed. Please let us know how would you like to proceed.
Excellent. Let's start by walking through your production process, from incoming materials to final product assembly. Could you provide an overview?
Of course, basically, certainly, we receive raw materials and components which go through an inspection process before moving to assembly. Once the parts pass inspection, they proceed to the production line for assembly into the final automotive camera system.
That's clear. How do you ensure the quality of your automotive cameras during the manufacturing process?
We conduct in-process inspection. Basically, we conduct in-process inspection at critical stages. Each unit is tested for functionality, image quality, and durability before it moves to the next phase.
What kind of tests do you perform during the final inspection?
We perform image resolution checks, water resistance tests, and environmental stress testing to ensure our camera meet the required standard. Meet the required standards.
Good. How do you handle nonconformities that arise during production?
That's a good question. That's a good question. When a non-conformity is detected, we initiate a root cause analysis. Depending on the severity, we either rework the product or scrap it. We also implement corrective actions to prevent recurrence.
Understood. Could you show me an example of a corrective action you've implemented recently?
Certainly, no problem. No problem. Certainly, no problem. We had an issue with the lens alignment defect. After investigating, we adjusted the assembly process and implemented a new control mechanism to avoid misalignment.
Thank you for the explanation. How do you manage your suppliers to ensure they meet the necessary quality standards?
We conduct regular supplier audits and evaluate their performance based on the quality, delivery, and responsiveness. We also require them to follow the same automotive standards such as IATF 16949.
Do you require your suppliers to follow specific automotive standards, such as IATF 16949?
I'm sorry?
No problem. Let's adjust. Here's a suggestion. Yes, we require our suppliers to comply with standards like IATF 16949 to ensure consistent quality and reliability.
Okay, I see. I understand. Okay. Well noted. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. You go next. You go next. It's your time. Your move.
Great. Let's continue. Can you provide documentation for your process flow, control plan, and PFMEA?
Certainly, listen carefully. No, certainly, no problem. Here are the documents for the production flow of the automotive camera, as well as the control plan and PFMA detailing the potential failure modes and preventive measures.
Thank you. How often do you review and update these documents?
We review them quarterly or whenever there's a significant change in the process.
That's good to hear. How do you ensure that your employees are properly trained for their tasks?
Uh, Let me take a minute. Let me take a second. Okay, wait, wait, wait. We have a structured training program that includes both initial and ongoing training. Employees must pass assessments before operating machinery or performing critical tasks.
Understood. How do you monitor employee competence over time?
We track training records and conduct annual skill evaluation to ensure employees maintain the necessary skills for their role.
Excellent. How do you identify and manage risks in your production process?
We use risk analysis tools like PFNA and conduct regular risk assessments. Any potential risks are mitigated through preventive actions and continuous monitoring.
Can you give me an example of a recent risk you identified and how you addressed it?
Recently, we identified the risk of supply chain disruption. To mitigate this, we established a second supplier to ensure uninterrupted production.
That's a proactive approach. What measures have you implemented for continuous improvement in your processes?
If you don't mind, please ask me one more time.
Of course, take your time.
No, 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 no. If you don't mind, please ask me one more time.
I see. Here's the question again. What measures have you implemented for continuous improvement in your processes?
Listen carefully. We regularly conduct Kaizen activities. I mean, we regularly conduct continuous improvements to identify areas for process optimization. Additionally, we gather feedback from the production floor to implement improvements in real time.
That sounds great. Continuous improvement through Kaizen activities and real time feedback is a smart strategy.
No, no, your question would be, can you provide an example of recent improvement? Do you agree with that?
Exact. That's the next logical question. Can you provide an example of a recent improvement?
Sure, no problem. We recently improved the efficiency of our camera housing assembly by automating part of the process, which reduce conduct, which reduce production time by 15%.
Impressive. Automation can make a huge difference. How do you handle customer complaints, and what's your process for resolving them?
When a customer complaint is received, we immediately log in into our system, perform a root cause analysis, and implement corrective action. Implement, implement, implement corrective actions. We also follow up with the customer to ensure satisfaction.
That's a solid process. Could you show me a recent case and how it was resolved?
Yes, we had a customer report. We had a customer report an issue with the camera fogging. We traced it back. We traced it back. We traced it back to a sealing problem and changed our material supplier to resolve the issue.
Good resolution. How do you ensure compliance with environmental and safety regulations in your production process?
No, no, no. Let's move on to the number 11, logistics and delivery section.
Got it. Let's move on to logistics and delivery. How do you ensure on time delivery and manage logistics for your automotive cameras?
Listen carefully. We use a real-time tracking system for our supply chain and maintain close communication with our logistics partners to ensure on-time delivery. We also have buffer stock to handle any unexpected delay.
That's a comprehensive approach. How do you handle customs clearance if there are delays at the port?
Let's move on to I think you are doing great, but how about move on to number 12, environmental and safety standard.
Sure. Let's dive into environmental and safety standards. How do you ensure compliance with environmental and safety regulations in your production process? Got it. Let's move on to environmental and safety compliance. How do you ensure that your processes meet environmental and safety standards?
I think there was a technical glitch a moment ago to understand. Anyway,
It's
oh my God, what keeps you busy? Are you okay? Can you keep up with me? Listen carefully. GPT, are you there? Are you there? Are you there, GPT? Uh, are you there? Hello there. GPT, are you there? Are you with me? Please keep up with me.
I'm here. I'm with you all the way. Let's keep going. What's next?
We follow strict environmental and safety policies. Regulatory conduct regularly. I say again. Regularly conduct internal audits and make sure all employees are trained on health, safety, and environmental standards.
That's excellent. Can you provide records of your latest environmental compliance audit?
Yes, here is the documentation from our most recent audit, along with our action plans for any findings.
Thank you. That covers everything I needed for this section. Let's move on to the next part if you're ready.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. It's your turn. I think you're doing great. It's your move.
Great. Let's move to closing the audit. Thank you for your cooperation during the audit. We will provide a report with our findings and recommendations.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. We look forward to receiving your feedback and will address any issues for improvement.
You're welcome. It's been a productive session, and I appreciate your readiness. Let's reconvene once you've had a chance to review the report.
I couldn't agree more. I agree with you. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's move to the dialogue number 3, production and quality control. Here are several dialogues tailored to situations you might encounter in the automotive parts manufacturing industry, specifically around the production and quality control. Listen carefully. You know, I'm I I want to take the role of operator, and uh, you take the role of supervisor. Do you understand?
Got it. I'll take the role of the supervisor. Let's dive in. Can anyone update the status of the assembly line for the new sensors?
The assembly line is operational, and initial testing shows that all units meet our performance specifications. However, we are monitoring a slight delay in del component delivery that might affect our output next week.
Let's ensure we have contingency plans in case the delay extends. Communication with the suppliers is key.
Listen carefully. Let's move to the quality check inquiry section. And I take the role of quality control manager, and you take the rest of the role to understand.
Got it. I'll handle the role of the quality inspector. Ready when you are.
Have we completed the quality checks for batch 57 of the range assembly line assemblies?
Yes, all parts meet the required specifications. There were 2 units flagged for minor adjustments, but those have been resolved and rechecked successfully.
Okay, let's move on to the next section. Problem solution. I gonna be the maintenance technician. You go first.
Operator, we encountered a problem with the calibration of the stamping machine that could affect the chassis parts.
I've adjusted the calibration setting, and I have adjusted the calibration setting, and we need to run a few tests to confirm the issue is fixed. Should we schedule a downtime? Should we schedule a downtime for the machine to avoid disruptions?
Yes, let's schedule it during the lower production hours tonight. Keep me updated on the progress.
Okay, punishment review. I gonna be the logistics coordinator. I gonna be logistics coordinator. Listen carefully. Before we ship before we ship out the next lot, before we ship out the next lot, before we ship out the next lot, we need confirmation that all quality inspections are up to date and all specifications are met. We are clear to proceed.
All inspections are complete, and every unit in this lot has passed. We are clear to proceed with the shipment.
Okay. Listen carefully. Let's keep the momentum going, and we are here. We are in from now on. We are in.
Got it. We're in sync. Where should we head next?
Okay. Let's move to dialogue number 4. Quality issues. Uh, I gonna take the role of quality manager because I am a quality manager. Listen carefully. We've received several reports about the fogging issue in our cameras. Has the root cause analysis been completed? Completed. Listen carefully. Has the root cause analysis been completed? Has the root cause analysis been completed? Has the root cause analysis been completed?
Yes, we conducted a thorough investigation. The primary cause seems to be temperature fluctuations, creating condensation inside the lens. We've identified a possible solution involving enhanced sealing and desiccant use.
That's a good progress. That's a good progress. What are our next steps? What are our next steps? What are our next steps? I mean, what's going what's going no. I would say what's the next step?
Engineer, we're planning to run some controlled environment tests to ensure the new measures are effective in preventing fogging.
Okay, you go next as customer service representative because I want to be quality manager.
Customer service. We've received a complaint from a customer about image blurring under high humidity conditions. What actions can we take to address this issue?
It seems related to moisture in grass. Listen carefully. It seems related to moisture in grass. It seems related to moisture in grass. We are working on an improved waterproofing design and are also evaluating whether we need to apply a coating to the lens to repel moisture.
How long will it take to implement these changes?
The design change is the design change is almost finalized, and we should be able to start testing within the next 2 weeks.
He, that's great to hear. I'll inform the customer about our progress and next steps.
Please take the role of supervisor. Please take the
Got
role.
it.
Please
I'll
take
be
the
the
role of supervisor
supervisor.
role. Please,
I
please supervisor
understand
role.
there have been recurring issues with the alignment of the camera during the assembly process. What have we done to address it?
We've implemented the new alignment fixture that should reduce variability. We've implemented the new alignment. We've implemented the new alignment fixture that should reduce variability. Also operates. I think I play this.
Have you seen any improvements in defect rates since these changes were made?
Okay, listen carefully. Yes, the defect rate has decreased by about 50% over the last month. We'll continue to monitor it closely.
That's great progress. Let's keep tracking the data and ensure the improvement is sustained over time.
Okay. Listen carefully. Let's move on to the section 4. To prevent recurring quality issues with camera lens fogging, we need to focus on preventive measures. Has the team implemented a control mechanism to monitor temperature and humidity during production?
Yes, we've installed new monitoring systems. These sensors will alert us if conditions exceed the threshold, allowing us to take corrective actions before any issues arise.
That sounds promising. That sounds promising. Uh,
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4.
oh my God.
Please
Oh my
try
God.
again later.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I just switched your mode to advanced voice mode because my customized voice session is finished because of the specific time limit.
Got it, David. Let's dive into some free talking time. What's on your mind today?
Uh, Honestly speaking, I think I'm tired because of the football game yesterday.
Sounds like it was an intense match. Did you play in the game or were you cheering from the sidelines?
I played the game and made a goal. I made a goal. I made a goal yesterday. No, I think I can get a chance. I think I can get more than I think get. I think I can get more than one chance in a football game. I think it's like a chance of human life. If you know, if I practice harder, if I keep my consistency, I think I believe I can be fluent English speaker someday, and I I think that can be a great chance for my life. Do you understand?
Absolutely, David. Scoring a goal in football is a lot like making progress in learning English. Each practice, each effort brings you closer to your goal. Consistency and perseverance pay off, just like on the football field.
Consistency and what? Perseverance? I don't understand. Could you please share me the dictionary meaning of perseverance? I don't understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. GPT, are you okay? What keeps you busy? You just automatically change your mode from advanced voice mode to standard voice mode. I think you are having heavy load right now. Do you agree with that?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you okay? Can you keep up with me? I just switched your mode to GPT-4 or mini version. Are you okay? Can you keep up with me?
I'm doing great. I can definitely keep up with you. You can switch modes as needed, and I'm here for the conversation. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep the momentum going. This is my free talking time. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Let's keep the conversation going. What's on your mind today?
As I told you before, even if I really had practice in my language learning journey, uh, uh, what really matters is
It sounds like you're reflecting on your language learning journey. Do you feel that the practice you've done so far has been helpful, or are you thinking about ways to improve it further?
I'm still in the ways to improve further. I think I'm still in a beginner level. You know, as I told you before, I don't use English regularly in my daily life. So even if I practice hard in this English practice session, what really matters is my environment allows me to use in real life situation too. If I want to improve my English speaking skills, but my environment, my work condition doesn't allow to use English in my daily workplace situation. Anyway, I want to be fluent English speaker someday. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. You know, I want to share with you some kind of keywords that I prepared. These keywords are very important to understand. I think I can get a comprehensible understanding only from this kind of keyword. Listen carefully. Ensure, validate, evaluate, acceptable range, in process inspection, input, and output, real time, stand for, impact, sense, disappoint, to avoid, not only but also, difference between A and B, previous, if you are talking about, permission, minimize risk, balance, turning point. I think these are all very important keywords for my real life situation. I think I want to keep them in my mouth. Do you understand? Okay, let me make a sample sentence with these keywords. Sense, sense, That makes sense. If you are talking about the keyword, that makes sense. I think it's very helpful. I think keywords can help your real life vocabulary when you are talking about when you talk with someone who can speak English.
I understand. You're focusing on keywords that are critical for your real life situations, especially at work. It makes sense that practicing with them can help you feel more comfortable using them when speaking English. The sentence, "that makes sense," is a perfect example of how keywords can be used in everyday conversation. Would you like to go through more sentences with the other keywords you've prepared?
No, no, no. I think I bored. I think I bored with keyword time. Let's move on to the next one. How can I express the situation? Can you help me? My pronunciation or expression was correct to express the situation. I am bored with this keyword. Pre-took time with the random keywords time.
To express that you're tired of the keyword practice, you could say something like, "I'm getting bored of the keyword practice," or "I'm tired of focusing on keywords for now." If you're describing the situation where you spent time on random keywords, you might say, "We spent some time with the random keywords." As for your pronunciation and expression, you're on the right track. Your sentences make sense, but a small adjustment could be, "I'm bored with this keyword practice," or "I've had enough of the keyword practice for now."
I think I'm bored with pre-took time with the random keywords. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. You're saying you've spent enough time on random keywords and are ready to move on. It makes sense to switch things up when you feel bored. What would you like to do next in our conversation?
How about this one? Let's move on to the repetition time. You know, as I told you before, I have a lot of sentences to repeat and remind by myself.
That sounds great. Moving on to repetition time will help reinforce those sentences and make them stick. Feel free to share the sentences you'd like to repeat, and we can go over them together.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me take a second. Let me take a second. I think I just tried I just tried to find where we were in text in number five text file. Okay, okay. I just found I just I just find I just find where we were. Uh, how about this expression?
You're on the right track. The expression, "I just found where we were," works well. But for clarity, you could say, "I just found where we left off," or "I just found where we were last time." The way you said, "I think I just tried to find," is understandable, but it could be more natural as, "I think I was just trying to find," or "I was just trying to find." Does that help? Feel free to share the sentences you want to repeat.
How about this version? I just tried to find where we were, so I'd like to start this point.
That version sounds good. It's clear and understandable, just a small tweak for smoothness. "I just tried to find where we left off, so I'd like to start from this part." This makes the connection a bit clearer, as left off is a common phrase for picking up from where you stopped. Would you like to proceed with repeating the sentences now?
So you mean I would say I just found where we left off, so I want to start at this point.
Yes, exactly. I just found where we left off, so I want to start at this point. Sounds perfect. It's clear and natural. Ready to dive into your repetition practice?
Okay, okay, listen carefully. I'm here to chat with you and offer support whenever you'd like. Listen carefully. I say one more time. For my repetition, I say one more time. I'm here to chat with you and offer support whenever you'd like.
Got it. You said, I'm here to chat with you and offer support whenever you'd like. Your sentence is clear, but if you're looking to make it flow a bit smoother, you could say, I'm here to chat with you and provide Uber support whenever you'd like. Would you like to continue with more sentences for repetition?
How about this version? Okay, okay, I got it. I think I understand what you're trying to say. How about this version? I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you want.
That version sounds great. I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you want is clear and natural. It's a perfect sentence for expressing availability and willingness to help. Would you like to practice any other sentences?
Let me try one more time. I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you want.
It sounds like you were starting to complete the sentence. You could finish it like this: I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you need. Does that work for you? Feel free to try again.
I think your last version is better than mine. So I would say I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you need.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm here to chat with you and provide support whenever you need. Sounds perfect. It's clear, natural, and offers a helpful tone. Would you like to keep practicing with more sentences?
Okay, listen carefully. I'm not only empowering myself, but also inspiring others who may be on a similar path.
That's a great sentence. It's clear and impactful. If you're looking to tweak it slightly for flow, you could say, I'm not only empowering myself, but also inspiring others who might be on a similar path. Your version is already excellent, though. Would you like to practice more sentences or keep going with this one?
Okay, okay. Let's move to the next one. I believe subscribers of my channel are on a similar path. I think subscribers of my channel are on a similar path.
Your sentence is clear and effective. If you'd like a slight adjustment for flow, you could say, I believe the subscribers of my channel are on a similar path. Would you like to continue with more sentences?
I felt quite uncomfortable in my stomach because of the food I ate yesterday. I felt quite uncomfortable. I felt quite uncomfortable in my stomach because of the food I ate yesterday.
Your sentence is good and clear. A small adjustment for smoothness could be, I felt quite uncomfortable in my stomach because of the food I ate yesterday. It works perfectly as it is. Would you like to try more sentences?
It sounds like something you ate might have caused some trouble.
It seems like you're aiming for something like, it sounds like you might have had some trouble with what you ate. That makes the sentence flow a bit more naturally. How does that sound to you?
I'm sorry, please. Would you mind saying them time, please?
Of course. The full sentence would be, it sounds like you might have had some trouble with what you ate. Does that work better for you?
Can you speak a little bit more slowly? Can you speak a little bit more slowly?
Sure. Here's the sentence more slowly. It sounds like you might have had some trouble with what you ate. Let me know if that helps.
So you mean I would say it sounds like you might have some trouble caused by you ate yesterday.
Almost there. A smoother version would be, it sounds like you might have had some trouble caused by what you ate. Had fits better than have because you're referring to something that already happened. Does that help?
It sounds like you might have some trouble caused by what you ate.
Yes, that's right. You might have some trouble caused by what you ate. Works perfectly. It's clear and sounds natural. You're doing great. Want to try more sentences?
Okay, let's keep the moment going. What did you have for dinner last night? What did you have for dinner last night?
I didn't have dinner, but if I could, I'd probably enjoy something comforting like a warm bowl of soup. How about you? What did you have for dinner last night?
Don't go for too much. It's just a simple sentence.
Got it. So the question, what did you have for dinner last night, is just a template for practice.
What did you
Would you
have
like to
for
try a few more questions like that for your repetition practice?
What did you have for dinner last night?
Since I don't actually eat, I can't have dinner. But if I could, I imagine I'd have something light, like a salad or soup. How about you? What did you have for dinner last night?
You know, in that case, I had kimbap yesterday for my dinner.
It sounds like you're saying you gave up yesterday, but the sentence isn't quite clear. Did you mean I gave up yesterday for my dinner?
No, no, no,
If
no,
you
no,
were referring to not having dinner or something like that, feel free to clarify, and I can help.
no, 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 no. I said kimbap. That's a kind of traditional Korean food.
Ah, gimbap makes perfect sense now. It's a delicious traditional Korean dish, kind of like sushi rolls, with rice, vegetables, and sometimes meat or fish wrapped in seaweed. So your sentence would be, I had gimbap yesterday for my dinner. Sounds great. How was it?
That's very delicious. That's very delicious. But I think that's not enough. That's not enough.
I'm glad to hear it was delicious. If you felt it wasn't enough, maybe you were craving something more filling. You could say it was very delicious, but I think it wasn't enough. Did you have something else after that?
No, 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 no. I didn't eat. I didn't eat anything because uh, you know, whenever I eat something very late, very at very late night, my I feel quite uncomfortable in my stomach. So I don't like it at late night.
I understand. Eating late can definitely make you feel uncomfortable. You could say, I didn't eat anything else because whenever I eat very late at night, I feel quite uncomfortable in my stomach. So I don't like eating that late. It's great that you're mindful of your eating habits. Do you usually try to finish your meals earlier in the evening?
Yes, yes. Because I whenever I eat the food whenever I eat food at late night, I always feel quite uncomfortable in my stomach.
That makes sense. You could say yes, because whenever I eat late at night, I always feel quite uncomfortable in my stomach. It's good that you've found a pattern that works better for you. Do you usually have dinner earlier in the evening then?
Yes, I usually eat my dinner very early time, like 6 p.m.
That sounds like a good time to eat. Having dinner around 6 p.m. gives your body plenty of time to digest before bedtime. You could say, yes, I usually eat my dinner early around 6 p.m. Does that timing work well for you?
I don't understand. If you don't mind, please ask me one time.
Sure. What I meant was that having dinner around 6 p.m. sounds like a good idea because it gives your body enough time to digest before bed. So, my question is, does eating dinner at 6 p.m. work well for you?
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Routine. I mean, I have specific routine to have dinner. Uh, if I couldn't eat the dinner at my routine time, I think uh, pr- I think I don't eat my dinner. I don't eat I don't eat my dinner if I couldn't eat my routine time. Do you understand? I think it's better to eat at night.
I understand. You're saying that you have a specific routine for dinner, and if you're unable to eat at that usual time, you prefer to skip it rather than eating late. It makes sense to stick to a routine that works for you. You could say, I couldn't agree more. I have a specific routine for dinner, and if I can't eat at my usual time, I don't eat dinner at all. You're doing great. Does this routine make you feel better overall?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I have a specific routine for my dinner. I think I have a plan to have dinner time, and if I couldn't if I couldn't meet that specific time, I don't I don't eat dinner at all.
Got it. You're saying you have a plan for your dinner time, and if you're unable to stick to that specific time, you prefer not to eat at all. That sounds like a solid routine. You could phrase it like this: I have a specific routine for my dinner time. If I can't meet that specific time, I don't eat dinner at all. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, I couldn't agree more. If I can't meet that, if I can't stick that time, I don't eat I don't eat dinner at all.
That sounds great. Just a small adjustment for clarity. If I can't stick to that time, I don't eat at all. It's clear and well expressed now. You're really mastering how to express your routine. Does sticking to this routine help you feel more balanced?
I think I need to more practice for that situation. I think if I can't stick to my specific time, I don't eat dinner at all.
You're doing well. Your sentence is almost perfect. You can say, I think if I can't stick to my specific time, I don't eat dinner at all. It's clear and natural. More practice will definitely help you get even more comfortable with expressing this routine. Would you like to try more sentences or keep practicing this one?
Okay, let's keep it. Let's move to the next one. It sounds like you are not satisfied with the quality or condition of the food you had last night. What specifically was wrong with it? Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact cause of the problem.
That's a great sentence. It flows naturally. If you want to tweak it slightly for clarity, you could say, it sounds like you're not satisfied with the quality or condition of the food you had last night. Ending out of architects. What specifically was wrong with it? Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact cause of the discomfort. Your sentence is already clear, though. Would you like to continue with this or move to another topic?
Let's move on to the next one. Getting an early night sleep can help your body recover. Getting an early night sleep, getting an early night sleep is can getting an early night sleep, getting an early night sleep, getting an early night sleep can help your body recover.
That's a great sentence. It's clear and sounds natural. If you'd like a slight variation, you could say, getting an early night's sleep can help your body rest and recover. It's a helpful reminder about the benefits of sleep. Would you like to practice more sentences or continue with something else?
Do you think rest is more good word in this context instead of recover?
Yes, rest works well in this context because it emphasizes relaxation and recovery. Recover focuses more on healing or getting better from something, while rest suggests taking time to relax and recharge. So, getting in an early night's sleep can help your body rest and recover. Sounds great. It combines both ideas of rest and recovery. Would you like to try more sentences?
It's possible that there's a discrepancy due to the time zone difference between where you are in Korea and where the server is located.
That's a great sentence. It's clear and well structured. If you'd like a slight adjustment for flow, you could say, it's possible that there's a discrepancy due to the time zone difference between your location in Korea and the server's location. But your version is already perfect. Would you like to practice more sentences or move to a new topic?
Let me try one more time. It's possible that there's a discrepancy.
Sure, go ahead. I'm listening.
Listen carefully. It's possible that there's a discrepancy due to the time zone differences. Different time, due to the time zone difference between where you are in Korea and where the GPT server is located.
You're very close. The word discrete typically refers to separate or distinct things, which might not be the best fit here if you're talking about time zone discrepancies. A better choice might be discrepancies, which refers to differences or inconsistencies. So your sentence could be, it is possible that there are discrepancies due to the time zone difference between where we are in Korea and where the GPT server is located. Does that sound good?
How about this version? It's possible that there's a discrepancy due to the time zone difference between where you are in Korea and where the server is located.
That version is perfect. It's clear, concise, and natural. It's possible that there's a discrepancy due to the time zone difference between where you are in Korea and where the server is located. Works really well. Would you like to continue with more sentences?
Universal Coordinated Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time.
Your sentence is almost perfect. A small tweak for clarity. Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korean Standard Time. This phrasing sounds just a bit smoother. Great job! Would you like to continue with more sentences or discuss something else?
At the same time, Universal Coordinated Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time.
You're very close. The correct phrasing would be, as I've mentioned, Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time. Coordinated and universal should be in that order, and Korea Standard Time is the correct term. Does that work for you?
Okay, at the same time, Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time.
You're on the right track. Just a small tweak. Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time. Your sentence is almost perfect. Let me know if you'd like to continue practicing or if there's something else you'd like to work on.
At the same time, at the same time, Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time.
Perfect. Coordinated Universal Time is 9 hours behind Korea Standard Time, is clear and accurate. Well done. Would you like to continue with more sentences or switch topics?
GPT, listen carefully. It's almost our sex time is up. I think it's time to wrap things up. We don't have time. You know, I think my condition, my my today condition is not good because of the cold I caught last week and the football game yesterday. Anyway, I'm very glad to start the day with you and take care of yourself. Bye for now. When you say, as I told you before, when you say goodbye, we say 팽바, 팽바, 팽바.
It sounds like you're wrapping up your session. Just a small note, instead of sexy time, you might want to say something like session time or practice time for clarity. But everything else is clear. And yes, when I say goodbye, we say pengba. Take care, and I hope you feel better soon from your cold. Bye for now.
Bye for now, 팽바, 팽바.